Red Bun means we're live, a casual take with your boy Stephen Pepper, here to give a take off my chest. So last night was Thursday Night Football, and God, was that an ugly one in the rain. Not a single touchdown was scored. 49ers lost 12-6 to the Rams. So if I were to get a takeaway from last night's game, if the 49ers pay Brock Purdy anywhere between $50 to $60 million this offseason, it would easily be the worst contract in the history of the franchise because, boy, was he awful last night. And in a season that's been more up and down for the 49ers, he looks more like I've always thought he was, a slightly better Jimmy G. He's a bit more accurate, a bit better with his legs, but a slightly better one. And in what world would you pay a slightly better Jimmy G a fortune? Not this one, because you would be crazy to. Listen, Purdy's solid. I don't think he's bad. He's the 49ers starter. But he's the typical game manager where it's like he can put up a lot of stats, win a lot of games, but with the Avengers. And once you start plucking some of those toys away, a CMC here, a Trent Williams there, he looks closer to Anna Fry than an elite quarterback. I mean, listen to some of these numbers for Brock Purdy with the Avengers and without the Avengers, because it's a crazy disparity. So the Avengers are CMC, Debo Samuel, Brandon Ayuk, Trent Kittle. Last two seasons, Brock Purdy with all five on the same field. He's 13-1, only loss being the Super Bowl. Completes 69% of his balls for 266.2 yards, 9.2 yards per completion, a 29-3 touchdown interception ratio, has 120.9 rating. Pretty good. Looks like an elite quarterback. You take at least one away, and this isn't including last night's game because I don't have a stats team to get a refresh. He's 7-10, 65 completion percentage now, 256 yards per game, and 20-17 touchdown interception ratio. And it gets even worse last night. Listen, I get it. It was raining. Stafford didn't look that good on the other side. He doesn't have CMC, doesn't have Ayuk, and doesn't have Trent Williams. But he's at home. Season on the line, prime time. He still has Debo, Jennings, and Ayuk. And he completes 45% of his balls for 142 yards, no touchdowns, 3 sacks, a 22 QBR, and an awful interception. I mean, that interception, it's unexcusable. Season's on the line, prime time, 5 minutes to go. It's essentially their last possession of the game, and they're driving. They're on the Rams 33, second down, and he chucks one to the end zone for an interception. Like, what? But Purdy, when he's been throwing it down the field all game last night, he was not good. He was not connecting because he doesn't have the strongest arm. So right now, the 49ers are 6-8? Kiss playoffs goodbye. And, you can blame injuries all you want, 49ers fans, but this is what the team would look like if they paid Purdy. You can blame injuries all you want. They don't have a key person here, but if they paid Purdy, those players that got injured wouldn't have the chance to get injured. You pay Purdy, you won't have a second linebacker there or a second star wide receiver there. And if you pay Purdy, which means you're pretty much going to run the same team that you've been running out essentially for this season, next season, you're closing the Super Bowl window. Because this team right now that's on the field, it's not a Super Bowl team. And if you pay Purdy, this is what the team's going to look like. And you don't even have to pay Purdy this offseason too. And I hope if you're the 49ers, you do not pay him. Because why would you be in a rush? He's only off of his third season in the offseason. You don't have to pay him. And if you do have to pay him, and if he holds out, he's causing all this drama, I'm giving him a $30 to $40 million contract max. Daniel Jones money max. He shouldn't get paid more than Baker Mayfield. Because ask yourself, is Brock Purdy better than Baker Mayfield? No, I don't think so. And you could say, Purdy's been to a Super Bowl and an NFC Championship game as well. You know who's also done that for the 49ers in recent years? Jimmy G. My comp for Brock Purdy. Slightly better, I do think. Yeah, he is. I'll give him credit. Bit better accuracy. I think he's a better decision maker. Sees the field better than Jimmy G. Turns the ball over less. He's a bit more better on his legs. A bit better of a playmaker, but all the same. They look like stars when they have their Avengers. Jimmy G had CMC for a couple games. He looked pretty good. CMC, IU, Debo wide open across the middle of the field in Shanahan's offense. You take a few of those guys away, they look small. And that's what I think Brock Purdy is. And I wouldn't pay him this offseason if I'm in San Francisco, especially for a bag of $50 to $60 million, a market needle-moving contract. Would easily be the worst contract in San Francisco 49ers history if they pulled if they did that for Brock Purdy. But I appreciate everyone for tuning in this episode of A Casual Take. Follow my social media, stay updated on all things related to the show. Until next time, see ya.